grade students and families! Well, can you believe it? We are officially 3/4 of the way through this academic year. Only one more quarter of this school year remains, and it has been a whirlwind. But what an amazing year all the same. I know that I've said this many times before, but I am still so impressed with how students have adapted to a new year and a challenging one at that. Taking a look at last week, student conferences went very well, and I really enjoyed getting the opportunity to meet some families that I have not met before. I hope that students enjoyed their minimum days during the end of the week as well, while we were having these conferences. And speaking of minimum days, we have another one scheduled for this Tuesday, the 22nd. The staff will have a development day in the afternoon, which means students will only be here on campus from 8:15 to 11:44. And for that day, we've planned a Jaguar Wellness Day. So students will be focusing on community building and their individual well-being rather than academic topics like normal. The staff have a lot of fun activities planned, including a presentation from a group called Teen Esteem, where they'll have discussions about respectful behaviors and how to be a good member of a community. While on another note, in the science lab this week, 7th graders will be continuing along with their discovery of rocks and the rock cycle. They'll get the chance to move around their environment and make observations about unique rocks around them. I'll even ask them to bring a cool rock from home to observe if they have one that's particularly interesting. We will also spend some time experiencing the law of conservation of mass in action by watching a couple of demonstrations designed to show how matter can change, but never really be created or destroyed. Lastly, at the end of the week, we'll play a fun online review game to go over the topics that we've been learning about over the past week or so. Now, while the 7th graders will be talking about rocks, the 8th graders will be finishing up with their explorations of animal adaptations and how these can contribute to evolution in a variety of ways. Students will discover that in addition to natural selection, us humans can also manipulate how an organism evolves through artificial selection. Lastly, at the end of the week, we'll take a brief assessment to cover the material that we've been learning about over the past few weeks. But before they take the quiz, they will get the opportunity to play another review game to go over the topics that we will be covering in that assessment. So as always, it is going to be a busy week here in the lab. And anyway, thank you again for taking the time to watch through this weekly preview video for week 30 of this school year. If you've got any questions about the things happening in the lab this week or on our campus, feel free to reach out and send me a message, either on Schoology or through my district mail. Have a great and wonderful week. Remember to continue to wear a mask where it's necessary or required, to be a kind and respectful member of our community, and to always think like a scientist.